Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Can I go? 675.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third and long, it's Locke. And the pressure gets to him again. C.J. Mosley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Check 99. Slam. Check 26. Check 26. Shit. That's it. Joker. Check. Over.
Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. He completes this one to Mack. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Tighten up. Check 9.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Kill.
Now a give, right side. Evans looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ready. 59, Mike. Check. 59. Here we go, D. Here.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Set up. Mike's 59. I got you, boy. Check your hot read. Check.
They'll run with Penny. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check 15. Check 15. Check. Squeeze. He's checking. Crash, go. Block. Check safety. Check.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Set. Check. T-Lonnie. Watch the slant. Under 10. 10. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it, run it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Throwing on third down, Luck. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, switch gears. He's crashed, Samuel. He's checking crash. Out. Hey, Leo. Check 24.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. Go. Check 53 right. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. 52.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, it's Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Hines. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Close. I got it. Hey, shoot.
From the gun, here's Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check out. 674. You get rock me. Mexico.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Back to throw, Love. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
No gain on this defense, no gain. 53.
Now Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Check. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check it. Under crunch. Kill. Shit. Go. Watch safety green. Watch heads, yeah.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, baby.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the gun on third down, Luck forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to air one out, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Bang, 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 bang. Watch out. Boom, boom. You go tight. What? You go tight. You got tight.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come on, the ball. 57. Mike 57. Come on, baby.
Out of the gun. Lock. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
No. Check.
To throw is Locke. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Back and go full streak. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 36. That's 5. Check 7. Check 3. Ship. Watch the ship. Jam it. Jam it. Jam. Jam. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, alert 3.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And it's a fumble. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Switch it. Come on.
From the gun, Jackson. Found his target. It's Anderson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Mike to 59. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Jared! Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Ready, go. Hey.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Check 4. Check 4. Check 99. Check 99. Yo, I got motion.
Another try for Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Slam. Check 26. Shit. Go. Watch the motion. Joker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get
rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. This is Hines. And some space here. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No gain on the play there, second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. Milton, that is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On 1st down, it's Evans. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Let him roll. Rest. Come on. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Quick! Tighten up! Tighten up! Tighten up! Check him! Check! Fresno!
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Slam! Check your hot read. Check. Go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And the Colts first down.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On 2nd down, Milton. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They run with Hines. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
They're on the 36-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get ready.
Jackson now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mack. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Kill, turn up. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
On second down now. It's Evans, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
Let's go.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson. Open man is Anderson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 18.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Penny, a first down carry. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Mike, check.
They'll run it again with Penny. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And it's good. He got it. He missed his lone attempt earlier, but he connects when it matters most. And the Jets are going to win the football game.